One of the biggest transformations that your podcast will make in 2024 using AI is going to be tapping into a more global audience. And what I mean by that is that what used to happen if you wanted to do something to a global audience is that you would shoot your podcast or shoot your content, and then you would have somebody transcribe the content, which would take, say, a week. And then you would have somebody translate that content into another language. Maybe take another week. So you're looking at, a 2 week, like a 2 week time period there. And well, that doesn't exist anymore, because with AI, you can actually transcript the podcast or your content on demand, and then you can also translate your content on demand, whether it be video or whether it be written content. So that is huge, obviously, and that can change the way that you may think about your content strategy and who you're actually going after. So in 2024, it's no surprise to say that the world is globalizing a bit. Business is globalizing. There are more and more companies who are looking to get into new markets. Even info products online now starting to get into different markets, and you're seeing a more foreign base buy this kind of stuff. But obviously it's been pretty exclusive for English speakers in those countries. Well, now it doesn't have to be that way. It can actually be a lot more simple for you to easily take your content, put it into another language, and put it out. So what does that mean? What does that mean for you as a content creator or as a podcast creator? Well, what it means is, very simply, you will be able to grow your podcast in other languages on demand. It won't take weeks to get one podcast done. It will be right away where you can get that podcast done, and then simultaneously you have your account that's running most likely in the US, and then you have another account that's running in, say, you run it in Spanish, or you run it in French, or you run it in German, or you run it in Portuguese, Brazil. I actually speak Portuguese, so I have a little bit of a bias there. I always think that hey, definitely Portuguese is a very good language to put your content into. Brazil is a growing market. It's just one example. The world is starting to gain this technology that we've taken for granted. So now that we can actually get our message in front of other people, it really just comes down to, do you want to do it? And do you want to grow in other languages and be able to get more of a global audience base to your podcast rather than, just one language? Even if you're putting your podcast in other languages, or Apple puts your podcast in other languages on their platform, it doesn't really matter, because you're not able to properly have the funnel of engagement per se with those global viewers like you do with the people in the United States. So again, another big one is going to be the ability to get your content into other languages, again, video or written, and you will be able to seriously grow your podcast or your brand.